Hey YouTube. So I keep remaking this video because I just keep blabbing way too long. Um, Discrimination in the workplace. It's something that I've sort of more or less experienced lately. It's not quite in the workplace, but it's with someone, from someone that I work with. His name is Jason. No problem putting his name out here. Because honestly, he's a douchebag and he probably won't even see this. And if he does, I don't care because whatever, he's a douchebag. Now, he made a couple comments, and now these were on Facebook. Whatever. Put your own shit on there. I don't care. But don't be so stupid about it. Like, he's putting shit up on his Facebook, dyke this, dyke that. Why do all the dykes get all the hours? Do I have to be a dyke to get any hours at my job? Blah, 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 blah. When I'm not the only dyke, first of all, that works there. Second of all, in my department. Now, I work in the outdoor apparel department. Not that that really matters, but in my department, I am a key associate. There's my lead, who is the supervisor, and she's number one, obviously. And me being key associate, that makes me number two in the department. And he is probably like number 5, maybe, if you're gonna rank everyone else that way. There's another girl, you could probably consider her number 3. She's good. She gets like the third most amount of hours in the department. Now I get the most amount of hours, aside from my lead, because I work my ass off. And that's the main issue that I have with this guy making all his comments. He doesn't really put forth a whole lot of effort. He works hard enough to get like 20 hours a week. He's nothing special. He doesn't do anything special. I mean, I have to fucking clean his messes all the time. But yeah, so with him saying all these things, it irks me because it's not because I'm a dyke that I'm getting all these hours. It's because I'm a hard worker, and because I'm asking for the hours, and I'm showing that I deserve the hours. I'm putting forth the effort, and just my ethic, my work ethic, and people look up to me, and people go to me to solve problems, and look to me to get things done. It's like, how about you try a little? Then maybe you'll get some more hours. Instead of complaining that you want to leave early or giving away your hours to someone else. Because that's not really, that doesn't really show you want hours. Or when someone calls out, or we need someone else to come in, and we're like, hey, do you want to work? And you're like, no. That doesn't show us you want hours either. So why do you deserve hours? I'm really fidgety. I'm sorry. There's a big glare on my glasses. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The comment that really got me, and that I sent this in to the store manager. Now the other associate, we'll call her A. She's friends with him on Facebook, and she saw a lot of his comments on Facebook. All the dyke comments and comments about other people we work with and such. She sent those in to my manager. She brought it to my attention also. But this comment right here that I'm about to share with you is the reason why I think all those comments, and also my manager also agrees, and A also agrees, and we've come to the conclusion that these comments are about me, because he must not realize that A is also a lesbian, and another person in my department is also a lesbian. My manager is also a lesbian, and there's a number of lesbians in that store. And just a heads up, people at work think I'm a lesbian. I'm probably the only one that is, obvious, whatever. Because I don't hide my masculinity. I'm just me. So back to the comment he left on now this was almost a month ago, January the 9th. He said, "It's fucking bullshit. My job gives all the hours to the dykes, and everyone else gets jack shit. Fuck that place. I miss the good old days when it was good to be a straight white male." Now his friend commented, "Yeah, and consider this. Do dykes really know anything about dicks?" Background information, I work at Dick's Sporting Goods. Um, so that a dick reference. And then Jason commented to that, "I think one of them has a dick. Does that count?" And his friend replied, "I think that's a question better fitted for a she-male to answer. Haha." And so then Jason replied to that, "The day they hire one of those, I quit." So I'm thinking about coming out to him, because maybe then he'll quit. Because there's nothing he can do to me at work. Because I can't tell you how many people in that place have my back. And people there like me. They don't care. Like, I have an ex that works there. I have a couple of close friends that work there. My supervisor, some other people in my department, and they're aware. They know. Like, I've told them, or they've figured it out on themselves. Like, my Facebook, for example, says male. I don't hide it. And I add people from work, whatever. So I'm thinking, oh, I'll come out to him and maybe he'll quit. Then I'm thinking, maybe I don't even have to do that because, I mean, we sent all these things to the store manager. He's seen them. He's forwarded them on to HR and to corporate. Although corporate and HR can't really do anything because it is Facebook. It's fucking Facebook. Facebook's not life. So they can't do anything because it's Facebook. But because he's been posting all these things about, against the company and against the people that work there, he's been doing that on the job, like while he's on the clock. So, I mean, we have a strict no cell phone rule. You get caught on your phone at work, you get written up. 3 write-ups and you get fired. So all they have to see is that he was writing on his Facebook wall 3 times on the clock, and he's fired. So that's the angle they're going at to get him. Because, they can't for discrimination because they're not discrimination actually in the workplace. Saying is really the worst thing he could discriminate is, aside from saying things, is being like, oh, I'm not working with this person, so I'm leaving. Okay, good. You go home, get a no-call, no-show, and get fired. By all means. So, yeah. But I guess the real part that really bothers me is that he's like blaming his lack of hours and the reason that I'm getting all the hours on my perceived sexual orientation, my perceived gender identity, and don't you see how hard I work? Like, don't you see that I bust my ass? Don't you see that when my supervisor isn't there, I'm running the department? Don't you see that the entire department looks the way it does because of my supervisor and me and not because of you? Like, if you want to do, if you want more hours, do some work. It's not that hard. Like, you can't see that I'm ringing next week and picking up hours in cash because, hours are lax, this time of year. And I need hours, so, I'm going out and getting them. I guess that's really the problem. That's the part that bothers me, is that I'm putting forth all this effort to get the hours, and he's not putting forth any effort, and he's blaming it on my perceived, preconceived notions that he's got, whatever. But yeah, I wanted to put that out there, and this is going to cut me off in a second or two, so I just wanted to get off my chest, because I really haven't shared it with anybody. So yeah, there's that, and I'll catch you guys later, if not on Gender Blenders next Sunday. So, have a good week.